Hope screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So let us move towards the next concept is about use of DFT in linear filtering. So in the previous session, what we discussed, it is model number 1. Okay, now we begin with model number 2. So here once again it is about DFT, the use of DFT in linear filtering. So previous session we discussed about circular convolution. Okay, and in those examples, both signals, okay, it may be x1, x2 or x or h. So two signals they are going to provide, and both are having same size. Okay, x1 is also in previous session. All the examples are having 4 points. Okay, n is equal to 4. Suppose if two signals are there, okay, x and h, or you may say x1 and x2 of different length, then how to get the DFT of the mixed signal, that is the product of both signals x1 and x2 if they have different length. So the same that concept, how to get the DFT of such signal, it is about use of DFT in linear filtering. So in the preceding section it was demonstrated that the product of two DFTs is equivalent to the circular convolution of the corresponding time domain sequence. Okay, and the result of those same size signal is also same. In the circular convolution, the size of the output. Okay. Hello. So if output is also of same size for both x1 and x2, the multiplication is going to give x3 of m. Okay, in the previous example, what we have discussed. So if I go for two signals with different length, suppose that we have a finite duration x of n of length L, capital L, which exits an FIR filter of length m. Okay. If two signals are there, one is x of n, where n has the length 0 to L minus 1, means the length of the signal is L. And another signal is there, h of n, and its length is m. Okay. Then, so it is L size and m size. So what will be the result? That is y of n. Okay, if I multiply these two, or if I mix these two signals, x and h, then what will be the length of the signal? So it is multiplied by. So the y of n, the resulting output, is of length how much? So if you want to calculate the output sequence y of n of the FIR filter, can be expressed in time domain as a convolution of x and h, it is given by y of n is equals to summation k ranges from 0 to m minus 1. Okay, the length of the h signal. Okay, therefore h of k into x of the shifted version of x. Okay, which shifted version of x, that is x of n minus k. Okay, so next, since h and x are finite duration and their convolution is also finite in duration, so x is of L size and h is of m size, therefore the size of the output y of n is of size L plus m minus 1. Okay, or if you want to calculate using frequency domain, it is y of omega is nothing but x of omega into h of omega. Okay, so the size of the signal, output signal, is of L plus m minus 1. And if it is, obviously, here we are talking about and always the output, if you come to the machine side, the output is always a multiplier of 2. Okay, so the length is always multiplication of 2, means it is length may be 0 or 1 or 2 or 4, or it is multiple of 2. Okay, 8, 16, 32. And if it is not there, we are going to add some more zeros. Okay, we append zeros to get the required standard length. Okay, so we are going to talk about the standard length in the one of the examples. So here, whatever the frequency domain and time domain, if you want to calculate, so if you are performing in time domain, the answer will be y of n is equals to the convolution of x and h. Frequency domain, it is y of omega is x omega into h omega. Okay, so let us go for same thing we are going to discuss here. We are going to append zeros to get the length n. So the total y of n here, it is of size n, which is equal to L plus m minus 1, or it is rounded to the multiplier of 2 by appending extra zeros. So go for one of the example here. Okay, so go for this one by using linear filtering, how to calculate the product of two signals by using DFT and IDFT methods. So here it is given by means of DFT and IDFT. Okay, determine the response of the FIR filter with impulse response h of n, which is given by 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here h of n is nothing but m. Okay, so what is this length of the m? It is 3 now. Okay, and they have given input sequence x of n, and we need to calculate what is y of n. So y of n is nothing but convolution of x and h, and here they have given L length is 4. Okay, so then what will be the size of n? So n is nothing but L plus m minus 1. Okay, so therefore the length of input sequence L is 4 and impulse response is 3. Therefore the size is n is equals to L plus m minus 1. So that is given by 4 plus 3, 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, so if you want to get the roundup, the next number of multiplier of 2. Okay, so it will be 8. Okay, so size of the n is, instead of 6, we may finalize that the length will be 8 by adding extra zeros. Okay, now go for this one. But here they are asking DFT and IDFT. Means what? How we need to perform this one? We need to first take xk, okay, x of k, DFT of x of n, and DFT of h of n, and perform multiplication of these two, and then perform IDFT. Okay, so these things we have done in the previous example. Okay, then go for here. So another performance
So how to get the immediate answer? Okay, so that is done with this hint. Okay, instead of going for so many calculations by taking DFT of x of n and DFT of h of n and perform h x of x into h, then how to get the y of n? So y of n is nothing but what? Inverse discrete Fourier transform of y of omega. So that is nothing but what? Y of n. Okay. So how to get directly? So is there any method or is there any shortcut? So the shortcut is here. So here, if you want to calculate the y of n, you need to take two matrices. Okay. So the first matrix is the given sequence x and another sequence it is impulse response h. Okay. So how to perform the multiplication of these two? Matrix multiplication you have to do. Okay. How to perform that one? So you just look at here. Here it is y of n. How to get the first multiplication concept? So you need to perform to calculate y of n. It is a multiplication of two matrices. The first matrix is designed such that it is x of n, it is having the values of size n cross n. Okay, what is the size of n? N is 6. So it is a 6 cross 6 matrix. And what are the elements how we need to put? So here you need to put x of n matrix. You need to design x of n matrix, which are elements are circularly shifted version. Okay, so if you compare first column, second column, third column, and up to nth column. Okay, so these elements are shifted circularly. I am keeping x of n as it is of size n. Okay, by appending extra zero. So go for this one. The circular x of n, it is multiplied with another matrix h of n. Okay, so go for how to design this circularly shifted version of matrix x of n. So go for first column is nothing but the given signal, given elements. So go for this one. So x of n is kept, actually it is in row wise. Let me keep this one in column wise. So x of n, it is first column is representing the given element 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, the size is 4 now. Now I need to make it 6. Means I need to add extra 2 zeros. So it is first column. Next, what you need to do, because you need to create 6 cross 6 matrix. Okay, it is a 6 cross 6 matrix. So how to design that one? Also, I need to go for remaining 5 columns. How to design this one? So it is the first column is the given sequence. Then go for the circular shift. Move the bottom element into top element. And you just shift. So I am moving the the bottom element into first element of the next column. Okay, then we just shift remaining bits like this. Okay, you got second column. Similarly, third column. How to get that one? The previous column bottom bit is going to be shifted to the first element in the third column, and remaining bits will be shifted accordingly. Okay, like this. You need to shift these things. Now to design fourth column, take the third column bottom element as first element of fourth column, and remaining bits will be shifted accordingly, like this. Okay, go for same thing for fifth column. Bottom element becomes first element, and remaining bits will be shifted accordingly. And similarly, sixth column. Okay, so this is the design of circularly shifted given sequence x of n of size n cross n, n cross n. Okay, how to calculate n now? We know the length. It is L plus M minus 1. Okay, this is the given circular shifted given sequence x of n. Then you need to multiply this one with h of n. So how to keep this h of n? It is the given element. It is 1, 2, 3. But you need to put this one in column wise. So it is what? 1, 2, 3. But we need to convert this one into size n. So I need to add the size of h is 3. I need to convert this one into means I need to add extra 3 zeros. Okay, extra 3 zeros. So therefore, this is circularly shifted x of n matrix, and this one is h of n matrix. The multiplication of these two is nothing but y of n. So y of n is the product of xn into hn matrices. So answer will be what? If I perform multiplication, answer will be y of n. It is 1, 4, 9, 11, 8, and 3. So what is the size of output? Y of n. The size is L plus M minus 1. That is 6. But if you go for standard size, it will be of 8 bits. Okay, 8 elements. So here you can finally write y of n as 1, 4, 9, 11, 8, 3, and extra 2 zeros, because you need to make this one as the standard size of 8 elements. So this is the simple way to perform convolution. Okay. So this is one method, the use of linear filtering. Or another way is there. You can go for first similarly. You first take DFT. Okay. You need to perform that x of n into total factor. Okay, omega n wn to the power kn. So that thing you need to do with x of n and h of n and perform multiplication of these two elements, and then go for reverse. Okay, inverse of DFT. So then you are going to get y of n. Or if you want a shortcut, purely a simple way, it is matrix multiplication. Okay, so this way you can get immediate answer. Okay, so this is the result of the multiplication of two signals of different length. Okay. So any doubt? This DFT linear filtering concept. And we can practice these things in with previous calculations. Okay, previous calculations here the DFT but x1 of k, x2 of k, then x3 of k is x1 into x2. Then we have performed x3 of m is equal to inverse of x3 of k. Adeneno madidvi steps. So adanna calculation munde itkondu you just check this step also. So eradu result same bartave illi nodi. Okay, that is x3 of m. So may I go for this one once again? Is there any doubt in this how to create a circular shifted x of n? Any doubt? But there is a small confusion here. Okay, when you start practicing, you come to know how to create this x of n of size n cross n. Okay, so most of the people what they are going to get a confusion here. How to move this circular shift? Whether I need to move from bottom to top or top to bottom? Okay, that will be the confusion. So our confusion remove one day one solution, that is you need to move from bottom to top. Okay, move the bit from previous column bottom to present column top, and remaining bits will be shifted accordingly. Okay, like this you need to shift. Then you are going to get a matrix of x of n given sequence and multiply that one with h of n. Then you are going to get the actual result convolution of x and h, that is y of n, by using DFT in linear filtering. Okay. So ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it is not compulsory that you have to make the length which is the power of 2. Okay, multiplier of 2 ಇರಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಚಲೋ because you are maintaining the standards. And we practice these examples in the lab experiments also. Okay, if you have a doubt whether whatever the calculation I am doing manually, whether it is right or wrong, y of n is equal to this one or right or wrong. Okay, so if you have a doubt, you just give it to machine. So machine is going to perform the calculation and it will return the answers, and compare that machine results and your manual results. Okay. Then the next concept is about overlap save and overlap add method. Okay, so these two are the methods: overlap add and overlap save. Two methods to perform DFT calculation, okay, and IDFT calculation. So we now describe the two methods for linear FIR filtering a long sequence on a block by block basis using the DFT. The input sequence is segmented into blocks, and each block is processed via the DFT and IDFT to produce the block of output data. So the output blocks are fitted together to form an overall output sequence which is identical to the sequence obtained if the long block had been processed via time domain convolution. So the meaning here it is, the overall concept is, if you go back to all these examples, so previous example ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಬರೀ 4 elements ಇದ್ವು, n equal to 4 ಇತ್ತು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ next concept ಏನಂತ ಬಂದ್ವಿ ನಾವು, what we have come across, okay, there are two signals of two different lengths. Okay, so ಒಂದು 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು 4 ಇದೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ if the length is more, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. if length is more, then how we are going to perform this calculation? So what is this calculation? There it is. If I go for time domain, y of n is equal to summation k is equal to 0 to m minus 1 h of k into x of circular shifted answer of n minus k. Okay, x of n minus k. If I say, instead of taking a small length, l is 3, m is 4, okay, if I take l is 1000 and m is 2000, so is it possible to perform that one manually? So what will be the overall output size if l is 1000 and m is 2000? l is 1000 plus 2000 minus 1. So output ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ? 2 1 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2000 999 2999 output ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So is it possible do it manually? ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತಾವ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ DFT? Can you do this one 1000 calculations? This one for 1000 because the m is 2000. Okay, m is 2000. Is it possible to perform this one for 2000 calculations? Not at all possible. Okay, so how you are going to perform this one? This concept will be discussed in these two methods. If it is a long length. The size of the input data block is similarly, that is L plus M minus 1 only. The output is L plus M minus 1 itself. But how you are doing that one? How you are performing that task? By using two methods, it is overlap save and overlap add method. So what happens here? Here we are going to take one input. Okay, the long sequence will be segmented. Okay, the long sequence will be segmented, and each segment will be considered as each segment DFT calculation is going to happen and IDFT calculation is going to happen. So ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇವಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ನ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, if it is 1000, let me decide how many segments I need to do. 5 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಲು 10 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಲು 20 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಲು. Okay, segmentation is going to happen, and each segment it is calculated with DFT and IDFT. So next time ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟುನು complete long sequence signal ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ machine is going to take all the signal and it is going to split into number of samples. Okay, then it is going to perform the segmentation, and each segment is performed DFT and IDFT. At the output side, all the results will be added up. Okay, all the signals will be added up. So what is going to happen here? If you are using a machine, instead of giving 1000 length signal, okay, to one task, okay, which is better, giving 1000 length task to only one block, or giving only a minimum size length to number of blocks. So here all blocks are going to do work at the same time. So ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ 10 ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇದಾವು. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ 1000 ಲೆಂತ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಚ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ 100 ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ. 100 ಲೆಂತ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಗೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 100 ಲೆಂತ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಗೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 100 ಥರ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ 10 blocks are going to do? Are going to perform their respective task at the same time. So ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ DFT and IDFT ಆಗುತ್ತೆ with the help of 10 blocks, 10 segmented blocks. Okay, so output ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 10 at a time ಬರುತ್ತೆ. At a time the last output is what? Output block is what? It is just merging the things. So add ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. add ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು output ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So what you are doing here, you are performing that long length data. You are working with long length data with the help of segmentation. Okay, those two methods are overlap save and overlap add method. So how they are going to deal with, we'll discuss these things in the next class. Okay, and once again it is the mathematical step. Okay, tricks ಇದೆ, mathematical steps ಇದೆ. Save add method, it is small change ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೇವ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲಸನೇ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಲೆಂತ್ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಸೇಮ್. DFT how to do, IDFT how to do. Okay, by using shortcut method or using the frequency domain or time domain. But end of this thing, you have to get the answer. Okay. So we discuss these things in the next class. So any doubt? And today's session is about linear filtering with one example.